Marketing for Cadillac, equipment test number 3 or 4. We discussed since the dawn of time, man has dreamed of Cadillac. We discussed that before man could build Cadillac out of metal and computers, he had to build Cadillac out of rocks and sticks. And now, once you achieve the apex, how do you come down from the mountain? Because it's one thing to make it to the top. It's another thing to bring it to the people. So let's do that. Cadillac. CT4. The only car with the metaversional banana charger. And the only car that can go up the mountain and then down the mountain. Well, most cars can. They wouldn't be a very good car. But now we're coming down from the mountain. That's right. CT4, the only car with the metaversional banana charger with the two-way windshield where you can see out of both sides of it. You know, Ford tried introducing the one-way front mirror driver thing here. What's it called? The windshield, right? The one-way windshield. It did not go over well with the people, let me tell you. But the CT4 has the two-way windshield and also tires. All right. And we're not in tour mode, but we're close enough. Oh, we're going to get stuck behind this guy. That's all right. We're not in a hurry. So when I was a kid, I would see that sign, and I would think, why is the car on stilts? I could never make sense of that sign. The other ones made sense. The, falling rocks or pedestrians, but I never understood why your car would be on stilts. Check out this, like this. This is, you can't go past 30, or you turn on 30. So you can really feel the way this thing grips the road. And you're in your lane, so you're good. The thing about when you're on roads like this is you're going, I'm good. What about other people? You just hope they don't show up in your lane, because then you're just kind of in trouble. Oop. All right, as you can see, we have a moving truck in front of us. So the camera can get a nice shot of its butt. But the way this car handles, between the rear wheel drive in the back and the engine in the front, it really feels like you're in a roller coaster car. You're driving it, you're controlling it, that's the difference. But you really feel that push-pull. It absolutely feels like you're being shot out of a roller coaster, I don't know what the hell they're called, manifold housing complex, a warehouse. Is that what it is? When you go to Six Flags and you're sitting there waiting, it's the warehouse. Anyway, it feels like that. You can feel that. The mountain is green this year because it's been a very wet year. On dry years, it's pretty brown back here up in the mountains. I had some other feature about the CT4 I was going to discuss. It might have been the refrigerated potato units, but it's been a John Travolta since we talked about that. Sturgill Simpson's a good look. Everybody's worried about a good look, but they need to be worried about a good hook instead of jumping to that last page of that rationalization book. He's right. That thing looks like it handles like a brick. He's going pretty fast, though. He's jamming. I mean, at least he's going fast, but I don't know if that's very smart. Well, imagine driving one of those tour buses up here. Oh, Oh, there's some more trees and rocks. What a pretty tree and a pretty rock. We're out in nature, right? Like, most people don't want to be out in nature. That's why they have four walls. They're like, get away from these bugs and these people and these harsh conditions. There's another car on stilts. Tell you what, if we find a good vista, maybe we'll just pull over since this guy isn't going to. You know, the first thing we did when we got this car was come up this mountain. Oh man, it was a blast. That was a good time and a good ride. We Oh, is Vista Point up here? Let's stop. Now let's do Vista Point. We stopped here at night. Like Primus says, you'll spill your beer. I guess there's less clay pool maybe. Well, whatever that was on the road, there wasn't much left of it. I don't know if you saw that. Vista Point. 1,000 feet. All right. Excuse me, Mr. Moving Truck. Do you want to actually get up? Check it out. Oh, and I don't want to. We go that way. That way away from the people. What do we care? Oh, go outside. Hey, YouTube, we're influencers. Look at us. We got cameras and mics. I know, but that's what we're already. You don't want to become like me. Is that what you said?
No, I said I don't want to become what I hate.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be like you as I'm recording and you're filming. I don't want to be like you. Shut up, Dad. It's not just a phase. Well, as you can see, there's trees and sticks and rocks. More rocks. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. There's rocks and twigs and a sky, a blue sky, as you can see. Right? Okay, come on. Let's get out and show the people. Okay, tell you what. Let's just keep filming. See what these motorcyclists are doing. That's the motorcyclist indicator. It beeps twice for motorcycles, 3 times if it wants you to hit them. All right, you ready? Let's do this.
If there's a Vista with less people.
Yeah, we can do that. Can you put it on the regular? It's on defogger, and that's why it's been hot in here. Can you undefogify it and put it on the regular blower? The blowifier?
It's not.
Just the regular blowifier, that one. Come on. It's the one with the air. It's got the arrow on it going that way instead of the other way. Come on. It's got the arrow going out of your chest instead of like up from your knees or your. Well, you can see from the Cadillac indicators that one guy has an arrow coming out of his chest. Another guy has an arrow coming out of his oh wait, it's going down to his feet. That must be the foot massager. And then the other one with the well, that one looks inappropriate. I don't know what that arrow means. Did you get the rocks? What about these trees? What about this gray road? Did you get the road? Get the trees. Oh, you got the rock. Oh, look at that. We got Tesla. See that on there? You think that's a T for Tesla? That's Elon Musk's penis on the back of your car. You got so many people in America just driving cars with Elon Musk's penis on it. And look, Tesla's all right. Look, they're neat cars. They are. It's a realization of a project that was begun. You know, I think a lot of people don't know that the original horseless carriages were actually electronic. They were battery powered, right? Very minimal systems and components, but the original cars were battery powered, and they were filthier and they were disgusting. And all the silly global warming people don't realize. And well, I don't mean, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. All the silly global warming people don't realize that had we gone battery routes instead of emissions with the combustion engine, then the entire planet would be completely covered with battery poisons, just like it already is. So no one ever talks about the opportunity costs of what goes into a car, but see, with the First World War, what happened was the combustion engine sealed our fate, because it was the only thing that could deliver enough horsepower, right, to, you know, fight a war, to move cargo where it needs to move troops where it needs to move. And that's how the combustion engine basically came to be. Was World War I really sealed its fate in the world economy. And you get a lot of people who keep complaining about that, and it's like, well, again, it wouldn't have mattered. The ocean would be completely dead by now. You guys think batteries are so great? Batteries are awful. Look up the Vernon Exide battery incident. Look up all the... Ooh, do we want to stop here? Can we stop here? We're going to die? Let's do it. Ooh, whoa, check that out. Is that Lake Hemet? I think that's Lake Hemet, maybe. Let's do this. Now let's get out. This isn't about me. It's about Cadillac and the Cadillac Lake. See, that's Lake Cadillac. We're up on Mount Cadillac, and that's Lake Cadillac, and that's Cadillacville down there. And that's the Cadillac tree, and the manzanita tree, and the pine tree, and the Cadillac bush. Oh, and that's Cadillac Rock up there. Don't forget Cadillac Rock. Did you get Cadillac Rock? Up there? If I push you over, it'd be some interesting footage, don't you think? Yeah. What about that way? Did you get that way? Cadillac CT4. It's got paint, and it's got lights, and it's got mirrors. That mirror doesn't look like it's out all the way. Anyway, as I was saying, let me spoil the view here with the history lesson. I think it was once Brian Gumbel was finished fighting World War I, and the British were completely destroyed by the Japanese, and then the Chinese had taken over Poland, and they introduced the combustion engine, and we've been using them ever since. And they're really good for making a lot of power at a great cost, because there's a lot of fuels and components that go into it. All right, should we head on back down the mountain? Oh, yep. There we have a piece of cloth in its natural habitat. Oh, and there's a stick. Wrappers in their natural habitat. And bird crap in its natural habitat on the hood. Thank you, birds. Seatbelt on. Hyperdrive charging. Reverse cluster set. hit the parting refraculator or the parking refraculator to uncombobulate the engine, and Cadillac is ready to launch. Oh wait, nope. We have a Mazda. All right, fire the torpedoes. The Toyota too. All right. Ram, ram. Just wanted to hear it kind of whir there for a second. These are some serious turns here, and sometimes they mean it when they tell you don't put your car on stilts. They mean it. They say, oh, it's 20 miles an hour here. Sometimes they mean it. Not always. Sometimes you can go 50, but for safety, don't. All right, so we were talking about Cadillac, the combustion engine. I mentioned that, originally Cadillacs were made, the first Cadillac was made out of wood. That's all they had. So they had to carve the wood, and they carved the shell and the emblem out of wood. And then they had, I think, this is why the Flintstones were so popular. Because, as a historical documentary, it was very accurate as to how man and animal interacted for a long time, right? Your plunger was a pelican, and your toothbrush was a gecko, and your toilet was a hippopotamus. Just things like that. So man lived side by side with dinosaur. This is before the second coming of Christ. This is after the first coming and before the second coming. And brontosauruses made for good slides because the children would slide down their neck. Right? If you can imagine a brontosaurus, it's like a giant slide. Nature's slide. Nature's getting brontosaurus. Nature's candy. The other white meat. I don't know what that was. That was food, whatever that was on the road. Oh, now are we to the other side of the valley yet? Are we on the other side of the mountain? Just about. There's Banning down there. More of California. One of the best songs on Sturgill Simpson's album right here. Sound and Fury, Last Man Standing. Gotta sell out just to buy in, shit the bed you're gonna die in, and your destiny is yours to lose. Oh shit. Now you can see a little bit, well, barely. Went skydiving over here before. It's pretty wild. The thing about skydiving is your mustache will not stay in place. Your hair will not stay in place. So good luck if you're trying to get a selfie on that. Oh, see, that's what it is. Ooh, look at those rich brown hills, rich brown mountains. Yeah, that's kind of desert conditions usually. It is abnormally green. And this is all from last year, mind you. There's barely been any rain the last few months. This is just from spring, pretty much, right? It lasts this long when you have as much precipitation as we did this year. Oh, there's a nice hill of rocks. Oh, look at these nice big rocks. Those are impressive rocks. Like if you wanted to buy a rock like that, it would cost you a lot. Plus, how are you going to carry it? Oh, can we see Lake Cadillac from here? I think we can. So not only does the CT4 have the metaversional banana charger, it has a key fob, right? New technology, a key fob where it's got buttons on it, and you press the buttons and you don't need a key. It also has power windows. I know, everyone's like, ooh, power windows. We've never had those before. And then you can hit these buttons, watch, unlock. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. So let's relock it so no one can do that. If you got children in the car, it matters. The road to hell is paved with cruel intentions. That's right, intentions don't matter. But you know what we have? We have a bag full of saltwater taffy. If you're hearing that crinkling, that's my associate here, probably looking for taffy. I don't know how he's gonna hold the camera in one hand and unwrap it with the other Here, you hold the steering wheel and I'll unwrap it, okay? Ready? We're going to swap off here. He's going to take the steering wheel and I'm going to unwrap the candy for him because that makes sense. We'll keep holding the camera though. Hold the camera with one hand and the wheel with the other. Oh, this is nice. Get those piles of dirt. And those rocks. Oh, those are very nice rocks. Did you get the town of Cadillac? Cadillac Junior 2 over there? Cadillacville 2. That's Cadillacville over there on the other side of the mountain, and this is also Cadillacville down there. I think we're actually already getting pretty far down the mountain, kiddo. We're making record time with this Cadillacing. We could probably put it in sport mode and hope more animals come out, because the animals, they only come out in sport mode, you know, because there's often critters on these roads. The only ones I've seen so far today are pretty dead. I saw some deer this morning, but that was about it. So, again, the things like driving a roller coaster cart, it handles impeccably. It's definitely one of the best cars I've ever driven. It's fun and it handles really well. Now, I'll tell you this. I have I put it through the paces a little bit here and there. I haven't gone crazy with it because, you know, I'm not 20 years old, right? Like, I'm not, so it's different, you know, like I haven't, like my death wish is generally pretty sublimated into other activities. Like, you know, I've seen what a teenager can do with a fast car and they can often kill themselves in record time, right? So I wasn't trying to go that route. Oh, look at that. K-rail. Oh, look at these rocks. Those are very nice rocks. Oh, did you get the bushes? Get these bushes up here. Oh, yeah. See those bushes? Those are nice bushes. Nature. 100% nature. No plastic or, well, okay, there's plastic everywhere, but other than that, no plastic in that nature, right? No, oh, wait, no, there's metal. Oh, wait, there's wood. Yes, bushes, nature's candy indeed. Look, we have an extra lane here. We can pull over if we need to let faster cars pass us. As I was saying, Cadillac, it's the rocket underneath your ass. It's the combustion engine in your crotch. It's the come on, it's a good slogan. You don't think so? Wait, you don't think Cadillac marketing will like that? I'm just trying to describe the feeling, right? When you hit the gas and you can just feel, you know, you feel your adrenaline like flowing back into the power that is underneath you and around you, right? It's a very distinct feeling. You know, because to some people, if I wanted to sell them the car, I'd talk facts and figures. I'd be like, oh, look at this. It's got the best sound system, right? It's got all these features. Look at all these numbers. Numbers. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So sometimes you got to focus on what's fun about the product. And Cadillac is fucking fun. And now I know they're associated with old people, you know, but old people are classy and tasteful in some cases, right? The ones that drive Cadillac are, at least. So that's kind of their demographic. And it's kind of funny because you usually don't, like, Cadillac doesn't really appeal to the gangster demographic, do they? Or they don't really worry about the rapper demographic, but that is a very real demographic. And you can see that they don't need to, because the whole thing is aspiration towards Cadillac status, right? That's the American dream, is literally, well, I guess it's not just the cars of our fathers, but it's kind of like, I could tell you like this, you know, I was at a car wash, getting the car washed, and there are some classy and tasteful looking ladies sitting there talking, mother and daughter, and, you know, I kind of pointed over and said, "Is that your car?" And they said, "No, it's that one over there." And I said, "I wouldn't be surprised if it was that one or that one." And the one lady says to me, and she goes, "Oh, the one guy just assumed we drove a Mercedes." And I go, "You know why, right?" And she goes, "Because we're Asian." And I go, no, well, kind of. But no, it's actually because, you know, it's more like, it's not because you're Asian you drive Mercedes. It's more like Asians drive Mercedes because it's the symbol that you've arrived, right? It's a status thing. It's almost like A Mercedes is almost like, in Asian culture, it's like a bare minimum, actually, right? It's like a Mercedes is barely like a B on your test. Um, it's almost disappointing. It's almost not enough, right? Like, you got a Mercedes, where's your Aston Martin? Where's your Ferrari? My point is that these things are strictly tied to status, and marketers know when they sell things that you're only selling three things ever, and all products and services tie into it. And what that is you're selling health, wealth, or relationships. Now, here's the funny thing. You actually can't buy any of that. If your health is screwed, you can't buy good health. You can pay for insurance. You can take care of it. You can do things to prevent bad health, to keep good health, but you can't actually, it's like if maybe you can afford medication or afford treatment, but you know what I mean? You just can't buy good health. From there, you can't buy relationships. Sure, money goes a long way to make any relationship work, whether that's husband and wife or friend to friend or, kid to parent, parent to kid. But you can't buy a good relationship. And similarly, you can't buy status. You can't buy power. If you either have influence or you don't. People listen to you or they don't. People think you're something special or they don't. They can tell by the way you carry yourself. They can tell by your, getting into my image consulting for a second, appearance, behavior, and communication. Your appearance communicates to me everything I need to know about your behavior and what your behavior has created in life. And then I question, has your behavior created value? Because that's what I can see in people. A car is just a symbol of that. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. And see, where America goes wrong was to think that the dollar is a great equalizing symbol. But really, it's just a nihilistic dead end because it doesn't account for so much else. Because the style in which you make money matters. The style in which you do this matters, right? Any hack can do any old hack work. No one's impressed with that. They're impressed with doing something different. They're impressed with seeing something new. They're impressed with raising the bar and standard, not lowering it and allowing, everyone to tear it to pieces. So what am I getting at here? I'm getting at that marketers figured this out. You're selling by emotion, you're selling by fun, or you're selling by logic and statistics. And that's because it fits into personality type and the main ways we perceive the world. Sense perception, i.e. the body, facts and figures, the brain, emotions, the heart. So this is how you kind of create a myth culture, right? We've discussed this too. You boil everything down to its lowest common denominator. You have no community or future or family, and all your consumer culture does is serve to try to meet those needs as a stopgap measure for the fact that we no longer have community to meet those needs, and we no longer have certain things to meet those needs. So now if you need something, you buy a product or a service to meet your need. And what can Cadillac do for you? Well, Cadillac can make driving fun again. Cadillac made driving for me fun again. And it's been quite the emotional experience because, I basically replaced my ex-wife with a Cadillac. Well, we won't get into that today. We'll save that for another marketing video. But what we're getting at here is that you can't buy status, but at the least you can buy some fun. Cadillac's about the closest thing to buying status. Everyone recognizes it. Everyone, it won't make, if you're an idiot, it won't make you less of an idiot. If you're new money trash, it won't make you not new money trash. You're just new money trash buying a Cadillac. And everyone knows and talks about you behind your back. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But it's true. It's absolutely true. New money. Ugh. God, nothing worse. Philosophically or monetarily. New money. Bad air. Bad air. Bad air. Let's get on the freeway and get away from them. Is the receiver still going? I'm just curious. All right, good deal.